So the financial services industry's answer to every financial problem that we have is a budget. All you got to do is have a budget. You've probably tried budgeting in the past, and if you're like most people that I've talked to, it didn't work. And here's why. Most of the time, budgets are made for the wrong reason, at the wrong time, and with the wrong numbers. We find something out there that we want. Maybe it's a new car, maybe it's a larger house. And in order to convince ourselves that we've already emotionally decided we're going to buy, that we can afford that thing, we make a budget. And we say, if we only spend this much on groceries, if we only spend this much on entertainment, if we only go out this often to eat, then we'll be able to afford this thing we've already decided we're going to buy. And then when we try to live in that budget with numbers we made up, we never can. It falls apart. It doesn't work because none of those numbers are what you currently spend. And so you can never squeeze yourself into that tight box. And so what we like to do is take a completely different approach, what we call the spending plan. The spending plan is built to live the life you intentionally decide you want to live rather than trying to cram yourself into a box that you don't fit in. So step one in the spending plan is you've got to define your reality. Rather than making up numbers and saying, if we only spent this much on certain categories, we need to know what you currently spend. And so for a season, we want you to track those things. No judgment, no changes. Don't say, well, we're going to try to spend less in these categories. Spend the time to just understand what your life costs today. Then the next step is for you to decide what your non-negotiables are. Come together as a family and answer the question, what do you want? Most of us can't answer that question. Defining your non-negotiables means we will be about these things. These are the things we care about. We will take vacations. We will live in this house. We will have these types of experiences together. Whatever that looks like, put that list of non-negotiables together, but understand they come with consequences. In order to pick this thing up, you're going to have to put this thing down. And we need to agree that those consequences are worth it. And once we've framed what it is we want, then we can start to compare our reality to what we've decided we want. So if these are the things we've decided we want, what are we currently spending on? Are they those things, or are they things that we actually decided we don't want? And how do we need to start making some of those changes in order to get closer to the life we're trying to live? Once you've realized where those things don't align, then you can agree on what it takes for you to make the necessary changes to move more towards those non-negotiables and live the life you've intentionally decided you want to live. Agree that you are going to spend money. See, the budget says the goal is to spend as little as possible. In fact, if we could spend a month where we didn't spend any money, that would be fantastic. That's what the budget says. The spending plan says if we get to the end of the month and we didn't do what we said we wanted to do, we should not be high-fiving about that. We should not be celebrating the fact that we didn't live our non-negotiables out. The spending plan says we will spend money, and we will be excited and we will feel confident while we do because we've planned it intentionally rather than living in the moment and making mistakes. So we look forward to helping you with this process. I think it'll change the way your family interacts with their money.